Diane in Denmark here. Welcome back to our Bahookie Camp. First of all, thanks for playing along with me. I loved seeing that you had already done your first stages on Instagram yesterday. A lot of you were posting your little routines. Anyway, just to recap, if you kind of missed yesterday, I'll put a link up there that this will be a series. Oh, excuse me, a little frog in my throat, and it's a bit stormy outside today. Anyway, I've got the candles going, it's all very hoogly. And it'll all be all right. But anyway, just to recap what we did yesterday, this week we are working on focus for ourselves, what we are doing. So yesterday we spoke about our daily routines, morning routine, evening routine, plus the pointless part, as the Danish Queen said in her speech. We need to think of something pointless for us to do every day, which in Flylady system, is a pamper, because we need to recharge, we need to look away from all the kind of daily to-do things and recharge and do something for our mind and our soul and, nurture ourselves. So if you haven't already done it, go and write down your items now. You can use, if you've got an old control journal that you started, do that. I know a lot of you are into bullet journaling, use that, that's fine. I use a notebook. I may be actually getting myself a little bullet journal thing. Let's see how that goes. But anyway, you don't need anything fancy as usual, just use what you have. So on a piece of paper, you just write down, your 3 items for the morning, and, don't make huge long lists. What I said yesterday was to make sure that the items that you must get done on your morning routine are the ones that you always avoid. So anything that you think, I don't want to do that, but is, part of being able to get some flow to your day, put those as like first priority. Same goes for evening, and please don't call it a bedtime routine, because we need to get it started, as soon as you come home from the office, or as soon as you start prepping dinner. Don't leave it to the last minute, because we're all tired. That's not going to happen. And again, put down first the items that you must do, the items that you always avoid doing, because once you've got the things that you're avoiding doing done, all the rest just you whoosh through things. And the pointless part, the pamper, if you can go for at least one 15-minute session a day, that's great. If you can fit in 2, fantastic. And you may want to, as I said yesterday, you may even want to start a new sheet, in your control journal or in your bullet journal for pamper ideas, because often it's when we get to this bit to pamper, we say, well, what shall I do? And it can be, anything like doing the crossword, doing a bit of needlepoint, like the Danish Queen, a bit of sketching, doodling, a wee walk around the block. Something that I was thinking the other day, do you remember, when we have kids' birth parties, and we always used to give them, a wee goodie bag when they went home, and we would also would always give them one of those little bubble things, the little bubbles with the wands, and I'm actually put those on my list because I love bubbles, and I'm just going to keep that in my pamper basket just to sit and blow bubbles. I'm forever blowing bubbles. Anyway, whatever it is that might put a little smile on your face and is a kind of pointless thing that will drag you out of the reality and just give you some time for yourself, get that down on your list of pamper ideas. Anyway, that's what we did yesterday. Moving on to today, what I want to talk about today is our focus. Yesterday was getting our routines, which are our focus for what we need ourselves to be doing. And one other thing I meant to say, we were talking also about excuses. Now, if you made your list yesterday, you did it yesterday as soon as you saw the video, but you didn't actually get around to it, what was your excuse? And you've got to be really honest with yourself here. If your excuse was that, I don't know, you didn't get something done because suddenly your daughter broke her wrist. It happened to me at my DD15 before just before Christmas. that is like a valid excuse for not having put on the laundry because, you know, you had to go to the emergency ward. If your excuse was, well, I was really too tired, being too tired is not an excuse, all right? It's not a good excuse. And why do I say that? It's because the whole reason for doing these routines is to get us out of this rut and to stop us feeling tired. So when you say to yourself, oh, I'm just too tired to, you know, unload the dishwasher, you know what you're going to do? Let me just grab it. You know this is coming, don't you? When you have that, oh, I'm too tired to do, or I don't want to do it, that's another excuse that we use with ourselves all the time. I don't want to do it, like, you know, like a teenager. You set your timer for 5 or 10 minutes and you do it. That's it. You know, there's no kind of, oh, I don't want to. You just do it. It's the same, you know, with kids, when our kids were young, and say, oh, I don't want to eat that. And then we say, well, you don't need to like it, you just need to eat it. So anyway, that was our focus for yesterday, was focusing on what we have to do, you know, putting on the laundry, getting our outfit ready for the next day, you know, dressing to indoor shoes. Remember, indoor shoes, not big clumpy boots. So that was yesterday, and today we're going to talk a bit about our focus for our day. Yesterday was focusing on what we had to do. This is about focus for our day, focus for every day of the week. Now, if you've been with Flylady for a long time, you'll have heard us talking about, you know, the daily focus, the weekly focus, the basic weekly plan. It's got all different names. What we have is we have a focus for each day, a purpose for each day, which saves us thinking about all the time, what am I supposed to be doing? Am I meant to be running errands? And oh, what about, oh gosh, the car's running low on petrol, and I meant to do this, I meant to do that. Instead of having all these thoughts and tumbling around, we've actually got a plan. You know, we've got this safety net that is going to catch us, so you know, that we can kind of go about doing our stuff without thinking, oh, we're going to fall off the edge. We've got a safety net to catch us. Now, I've said before that, you know, and I had a career working in the court of the European Court of Justice, and everything was kind of down pat, and you know, there were days that I did certain things. You know what it's like in an office, you know, you've got your routines. And when I stopped working and started, first of all became a stay-at-home mum, and now I work from home, I thought, well, you know, I can do things on any day. I don't need to have a specific day for going grocery shopping, because, you know, I could do that Monday, or I can do that Saturday. I can just, you know, my time is my own. The problem is we never really get around to planning these things, and then they don't happen, or we get stressed, or we forget it. So we have what's called the daily focus. Now, you don't need to go for the Flyladies one. You can do whatever you like. It's the same with the routines. Some of you are doing Miracle Morning, some of you are doing Flylady. It doesn't matter. The main thing is that we are writing these things down and getting things done. Also, the getting things done system. So I'm just going to walk you quickly through all the steps of the daily focus. And what you're going to do is you're going to do the same thing as yesterday. Just get yourself a pen, you know, and paper, or put it in your control journal, or put it in your bullet journal, whatever works for you. And I want you to think about it this week, because, as I said before, I just go with the Flyladies basic weekly plan. That works for me because, you know, I see daily reminders if I am on the Flyladies Facebook page, and I've just been doing it so long now that I know what I'm meant to be doing. So anyway, let's jump in. You might want to take notes, you know, get your pen ready or your pencil. So Monday, start off with Monday. Monday is weekly home blessing hour. And if you know the Flylady system, you'll know that that is the 1 hour per week where we do a basic clean of the main areas of the house, not the whole house, because we'll get into that later. The main areas that you use on a daily basis. So that is Monday. But you can do it any day of the week you like, and some people do the spread the tasks over the week. Anyway, just to give you an idea. Tuesday is Plan and Play Day in Flylady land. And Plan and Play Day is, you know, getting out your diary, your control journal, your planner, and doing things like, you know, planning, having a look ahead to see, are there birthdays coming up? Have you not seen a friend for a long time? Then you send a little text to her and meet up for a coffee. You will be planning your menu for the week, you know, our menu at least for the next few days. So Tuesday is a day that you sit down with your timer and you sit and you plan things. You're looking ahead, you're being one step forward. And I've done videos on all of these. I'll put the playlist up there. And I know for a lot of you this will all be same old, but anyway, it doesn't help to repeat it one more time. Sorry, it doesn't hurt to repeat it one more time. Anyway, Wednesday in Flylady land is Anti-Procrastination Day, and that's the day that you do all those little niggly tasks that you have been putting off. You know, you set your timer and you get it done. And that can be things like maybe you need to change a light bulb, or a button has fallen off and you need to sew it on, or just those little jobs that you think, I don't have time to do it right now. We get those done on Anti-Procrastination Day. Or things like, making a dentist appointment that you really don't want to make. Thursday in Flylady land is Errand Day. And obviously it doesn't need to be Thursday. You make it fit what your family, your schedule. But Errand Day is the day that we do all the things that we need to do outside of the house. What do I mean by that? I mean, if you need to hand in library books or go to the library, if you need to pick up some stamps from the post office, do you need to renew prescription medicine at the pharmacy? Do you need to pick up toilet roll and coffee from the grocery store? Do you need to buy a present, a gift and a greetings card? So we put all those things together and we do it in one trip. While you're when you're at the library, you've seen me out on my bike. My library is quite close to where the pharmacy and the dry cleaners is. So when I go out on my errand day, it's not always a Thursday, but I've got my list. I make my list before I go, and then I have everything ready, and it saves me time, energy, money, stress. So that's errand day, where we're putting all those things together instead of what I used to do in the old days. Was that, Monday I've got some dry cleaning, and then I'm out, going down to the dry cleaners, and I think, actually I had a book to hand in at the at the library. So, out on Tuesday, and then, actually I had a parcel to post, and then I don't have the stamps for it, so out again. We're doing it all in one day, and that way we can kind of, plan ahead for things. That makes it much less stressful. Anyway, that's errand day on Thursday. Friday in Flylady land is purse, handbag day, car day, and date night. Now, we clean out our handbags, our purses on a Friday. And it's just a way of kind of getting ready for the weekend. But, during the week, you may have amassed some receipts in there, snotty hankies. I mean, you've seen me going through my handbag. And it's the same, you take your handbag, sports bag, gym bag. Kids will go through their school bags. You may want to go through, the pram, the stroller, because, things tend to pile up in there. And also, if you have a car, you will fill up with petrol, and while you're filling up with petrol, just do a quick once over of the car. Is there any recycling in there? Any rubbish? Do you need to just shake out the mats, or fold the blankets? Check that you've got a scraper for ice, or a snow shovel, because we are into winter here. So that's what we do on a Friday, because that way we always we're kind of ready for whatever is going to happen. I don't always fill up with petrol on a Friday, because we use our bikes for getting to school and work. So it's not very often that I use the car. So quite often if I'm using my car on errand day, I'll fill up with petrol then. So do you see what I mean? Just adjust these things to fit yourself. And Saturday is family fun day. Doing something pointless with the family, enjoying just some fun time of doing something that is not, cleaning, cooking, washing, laundry. And Sunday in Flylady Land is renew your spirit, recharge your batteries, do something just for you. Hopefully you're doing that on a daily basis with your pamper thing, but you may want to take a bit longer. Maybe you go to church, maybe you go for a sauna, maybe you go for a long walk with a friend. Just taking a bit more time for you to recharge your batteries. So that's in a nutshell is the focus for our day, focus for our week. You're going to take each day of the week and decide which day are you going to do these things. And you may find that for you it works to do errand day plus clean out your car and purse day on the same day. The ladies I was mentoring when I was a mentor at Flylady Premium, we talked about that, and it made sense, to fit things together in a different way. I just go by the Fly Lady's basic Monday to Sunday plan because that fits me, and that's what you will see me posting on Instagram. I post what I'm doing on Instagram, and you will see that that's the plan that I follow. But with everything, make it fit you, okay? And something I want to say here, please don't feel that, in these first days that, you make up this list and you feel that, oh gosh, you're not doing it properly. Just go with it. You may have to change things around that. You're not doing anything wrong. You're just finding out what works for you. All right, there's no right way, wrong way about this. We're just trying to work together, and I'm just trying to give you some ideas. And please don't ever think that you're doing things wrong or not doing it properly or not doing enough. That's something I also learned from being a mentor at Flylady Premium, and also after doing the videos here. You all feel that you're not doing enough when sometimes you're doing too much. We've got to learn to use the timer and just do little concentrated moments of time instead of spending that whole day cleaning. I've said it before, we'll think, oh wow, I got so much done in 15 minutes. So if I do 4 hours of cleaning, it's going to be even better. It doesn't work that way. You know that. You've worked that out for yourselves. So for today, you're going to have a wee look and check the plan that you made yesterday. You're going to take another piece of paper and kind of plot out something for the week with all the, your cleaning hour, your errand day, what day you just do a quick 5 minutes of the car. Oh, and I forgot to say, date night is Friday as well. You may have a significant other, you may not have a significant other. Generally, date night on Friday, my husband and I, we like to stay in. We're both kind of introverts and love reading, and so often we just stay in with the kids, and I buy our favourite snacks. So it doesn't have to be. You don't have to start going out on date night with your husband if you've never done it before. Just take these things slowly and fit it to your life, your family. Anyway, I'm going to stop it here because we're coming up for the 20 minutes, and I don't want you to sit there. I want you to get off. We all need to get off our bahookies. It's the whole point of Bahookie Camp, and go and do something. So I'm going to check off my morning routine, and I know what my focus is for the day because it's anti-procrastination day, Wednesday, at least I'm making this video. And we have a whole lot of spent fireworks out there. If you saw my video about how we celebrate New Year, you'll see we've got a whole wheelbarrow full of fireworks. I need to get those into a bag because it's refuse collection for us, so I need to get those into a bag, and it's pouring with rain outside. Anyway, I'll set my timer and I'll have a nice cup of coffee once I'm done. And tomorrow we are going to be talking about our focus for the mind. All right, we'll be talking about the getting things done thing tomorrow. So far we've had our focus for ourselves, what we need to be doing, that's our routines. We've been talking about our focus for the day or the week, you know, for our weekly plan. That was, you know, the Flylady's basic weekly plan. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about focus for the mind, how to control all these kind of random thoughts that we have going up and down and back to front, and you know how it is. And I need another cup of coffee this morning because I really didn't sleep well. We've got the full moon at the moment, and I've been rambling on. But anyway, I try and speak from the heart, and I just thanks for playing along. Right, that's it for me. We've got the candles going. I hope it's hoogly where you are. Live long and prosper, and I shall see you tomorrow for 3rd day of Bahookie Camp. Okay, that's it for me.